What's good, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of Bob's Basement. I said first, yeah. Look at me. Good thing that was a test run, yeah. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Bob's Basement, man. This is episode 2. I'm your also handsome host, R. Bob L. Said. I appreciate y'all tapping in. I appreciate all the love and support from the first video. Let's get into it. So as you can tell by the title of the video, man, the first thing I want to talk about is this Drake versus Kendrick beef. And if I'm being completely honest, bro, I don't see how people are even calling this a competition. I don't see how people are saying it's close. I think Drake washed this nigga. When me and my friends play the game, we use this acronym B2A. And what B2A stands for is belt to ass. And I think that's what fucking this beef is. You go song for song, every song Drake dropped clears every song Kendrick dropped. You can't show me one person that listens to Euphoria still. You can't show me one person that's really listening to Meet the Grams. It was a weird song, bro. I hate the way that you walk, I hate the way that you talk. That shit was corny. When he's talking to his mom, talking about I think he should die, like that's weird. And the whole song, like the killer of that song was the fact that Kendrick was exposing Drake for having a daughter, which to this point is not true. Drake said he planted the evidence. Kendrick hasn't showed no other evidence. He hasn't no proof, nothing. So to this point, that song's a wash. Like it doesn't even matter anymore. People on Twitter are trying to save him so bad they went and edited that whole verse out of the song and re-released it on Twitter to save it. Like that song's a wash, bro. It doesn't even get played. And then that They Not Like Us, it was a cool song. I listened to it a few times, but now when I hear it, it's like I'm kind of already tired of it. You feel me? Like people like the beat, you know what I'm saying? West Coast dance, but that West Coast music, like that kind of beat, like it doesn't stand the test of time, bro. It always fizzles out. Like who listens to any West Coast artist? You feel me? And then you go back and listen to a song like Family Matters by Drake, and in my opinion, I don't want to sound like I'm dick riding Drake. I know that's might be what it sounded like, but fuck it, bro. That's one of the best diss songs I've ever heard. Like Smoke for Everybody. When you really go back and get into the bars, like y'all give Kendrick so much credit for being a lyricist, this and that, but Drake is a better lyricist than Kendrick Lamar. If we're being real. If you're not brainwashed, go actually get into the bars. If you know you don't really pick up on stuff like that, go listen to a music breakdown. Go watch somebody break down the lyrics. Drake is killing this nigga bar for bar. But speaking of lyrics and Kendrick Lamar's been called into question over that They Not Like Us song too, for stealing bars off of Twitter. Actually, the biggest bars on the song, certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Somebody tweeted that in 2021. And you might say, okay, one time, that's a coincidence. Drake's favorite chord must be A minor. Probably the most famous bar off that song, 2021. OV Ho, another notable bar off that song. If she listens to Drake, she a OV Ho, 2016. Coincidence? I think not. Kendrick has been called into question about copyright infringements, plagiarism, multiple times. So y'all want to say Drake's a ghostwriter, Drake steals music? Why don't we hold Kendrick to the same principle? But a lot of this beef has been highly hypocritical. A lot of people are holding Drake to a standard that they're not holding Kendrick Lamar to. It seems like Kendrick Lamar could just go out there and say whatever he wants. It doesn't have to have any proof. You can call Drake a pedo. You can call him a deadbeat with nothing to back it. And Drake has to defend himself against these allegations. He didn't defend himself in the first 2 songs, and people are like, why aren't you addressing the allegations? Why aren't you addressing the allegations? You must be guilty. So then Drake makes a song addressing the allegations saying he's not guilty. And they're like, oh, why are you even paying any mind? Why are you even playing? Why are you denying it? Why are you playing defense? You must be guilty. So it's like Drake can't win. Drake says that Kendrick Lamar beats women and he's raising a kid that's not his and he's cheating on his wife or his fiance. They're not getting married. And Kendrick gets to not address the allegations. And then Kendrick fans are like,
oh, why would he address that? Why would he even give it any time? Da, 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 da.
It's like, you can't have both sides. You can't do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't have it. You can't have your cake and eat it too. And Kendrick says that Drake hangs around a lot of weirdos. They all have allegations, da 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 da. But so does TDE. TDE has tons of allegations of known women abusers, this, that, and the third. And another thing that Kendrick's hypocritical about, he calls Drake a pedo, and even if Drake were a pedo,
What did he say?
And another thing that makes this beef entirely hypocritical, with Kendrick calling Drake a pedo, Kendrick's the same dude that went to bat for R. Kelly. Spotify threatened to take R. Kelly's music down, or said they were taking R. Kelly's music off their platform, and Kendrick Lamar came out and said, if y'all take R. Kelly's music down, y'all got to take mine down too. And they left it up there. So you can't go to bat for a known pedophile and convicted pedophile and then come back and call Drake a pedo and try to shame him, bro. Like, that's your man's. And the last thing I want to talk about the Drake beef, Kendrick Lamar was on there saying that Drake's a colonizer, and whenever he needs a few dollars, he runs to Atlanta. He steals sound from Atlanta, stuff like that. And being an Atlanta native myself, I hate that narrative, honestly. Like, of course, Drake's come down here. He does music with Atlanta artists. It's beneficial for him, but it's also very beneficial for the Atlanta artists. Like, people in Atlanta knew about the Migos for a long time. When did the Migos go big? When Drake came down and did a remix with the Migos. 2 Chainz took it to another level when he started doing songs with Drake. 21 went to a different level when he started doing songs with Drake. Thug went to a different level when he starts doing songs with Drake. Future went to a different level when he started doing songs with Drake. It's a two-way street. Like, he's coming down here, yeah, he's helping himself, but he also helped a lot of the city. Like, he brought a lot of rappers up. Lil Baby went to a different level when he did a song with Drake. So I hate that narrative that he comes and he colonizes Atlanta, which is not how it works for real. Like, it's a mutual beneficial relationship. You know what I'm saying? So the last thing I want to say about this topic, bro, I want everybody to go back and really listen to Family Matters. It's been so overlooked. I think people will realize in the next few months or over time how good this song really was. When you really go back and listen to the music, really go back and listen to the bars, this song clears any song that's been dropped previously in this whole beef. But this beef has become so much Drake versus Kendrick that I think everybody forgot that Rick Ross and A$AP Rocky were once a part of this beef too. Rick Ross had a show this past weekend. Everybody was singing Drake, and Rick Ross was up there smiling. So I think he kind of took a step back out of this beef too.
We gonna let the nigga Drake sing a little.
I think he had probably the second best diss track of the whole beef, though. That Champagne Moments, in my opinion, clears everything that Kendrick dropped. But yeah, it seems like he took a step back. A$AP Rocky, I don't know why he got it in the first place. Like I said in the last episode, that his diss, whatever he said to Drake about him being with his being first, that Drake was going to turn around and say it right back, which he did. And he said it better. And the Drake and A$AP exchange kind of reminds me of like, and Friday, when the nigga was like, man, why you tripping, Debo?
Nothing. Yeah, you got something. Why you tripping, Debo? Shut up, punk. I'll knock your ass out.
Oh, man, that's messed up. What you getting back his chain?
What chain?
Yeah, what chain?
And Debo snapped on him and he straightened up. That's kind of how I feel like Drake did Rocky. But lastly, bro, last thing I'm going to talk about the Drake shit, I just want everybody to go back and really listen to the music. And then you tell me who you think won. You go listen to every song that came out, and you tell me who you won. Personally, if I had to rank the diss tracks, it go Family Matters, Champagne Moments, Push-Ups, The Heart Part 6, or Part 4, whatever it was, BBL Drizzy, and then anything that Kendrick dropped. BBL Drizzy is better than anything that Kendrick dropped. And keep it in music, Gunna dropped his album 1 of 1. And it's time we have some real discussions about Gunna. You can't name me 5 rappers better than Gunna. You can't name me probably 3 rappers better than Gunna right now, today. I think Future still has album of the year, but this 1 of 1 album is definitely a close second. Top to bottom, really no skips. You can't tell me one album that Gunna dropped that isn't good. Off the top of your head, you probably couldn't name a Gunna song that isn't good. The only people I'll put in front of Gunna right now is probably Future and Drake, 1 and 2. But Gunna's definitely 3, maybe 4. If you could, who would be 3 over Gunna? Nobody. And it's time for a lot of people to start apologizing to Gunna. A lot of people, maybe you watching this video, you're like, man, we're not listening to Gunna no more. Gunna's a rat, da 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 da. And you turned out to be wrong. Everybody's still listening to Gunna. He's still better than your favorite artist. He doesn't need the industry. The first album he dropped when he got out of jail, he did no features. This one I think had 3. He had Roddy Ricch on there. Roddy Ricch hasn't had a good verse in about 2 years. And he had his best performance on a Gunna song. You know that video of James Harden where he's like, I'm not a system player, I'm the system? That's Gunna. Gunna's the system. Gunna's the hit maker. If you want to have a good song, get around Gunna. And it's time we give Gunna his flowers, bro. He's top 3. Maybe top, I don't know. He might be top 2. Moving on, though, man. If you're addicted to Twitter and TikTok like me, you probably seen the viral video that teacher lost his job for pulling students out of class to come and help take down his braids. If you haven't seen the video, here's the video.
Let's go ahead and stir the pot a little, shall we? Last Friday, 10 minutes before dismissal time, I decided to live stream my students helping me take my hair out. There was...
So it's a lot of discourse going on online. If he should have been fired, if people overreacted, da 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 da. And me personally, a nigga 100% should have been fired, bro. That is weird. I think these kids were in middle school. To have kids touching on you as a teacher is crazy. If I'm a dad and my daughter tells me that, I left 4th period to go take down Mr. Jones' braids, I'm pissed. Why are you pulling my daughter out of class to come take your hair down? And people are trying to defend it, saying they're bonding, they're just building the relationships, da 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 da. I had a good relationship with a lot of my teachers. I bonded with a lot of my teachers. I took, you know what I'm saying? I've had deep conversations with a lot of my teachers. But taking down your hair is crazy. Once it gets physical, it's crazy. You're a teacher. You got to keep it professional. Like, you got to draw the line somewhere, you know what I'm saying? And then to make a bad thing worse, after this dude got fired, like he didn't learn his lesson, he got on TikTok live, recorded some more, talking about, my students are texting me, hey, bestie, da-da-da-da. Why are they texting your number? Why do they all have your phone number? That is weird. Why would you go? You just seen how what you did can be taken the wrong way. Why would you go and add more fuel to the fire? He's an idiot. He shouldn't have been a teacher, bro. Like, think, you know what I'm saying? And then the fact that he's recording, even if what he wasn't doing was wrong, the fact that he's recording and he has the school emblem on his shirt and he's showing these kids' faces, he's not blurring it or nothing. You don't know what that kid got going on behind the scenes to be recording them and posting them, you know what I'm saying? They could be having anything, bro. They could have had an abusive parent that they got separated from. What if that dude sees the video, now he knows exactly what school his daughter goes to? You know what I'm saying? It could be a billion things, reasons not to post that with your school emblem on, with the kids in there with their faces on. It's not safe. It's not smart. Professionally, like, how did you not think you're gonna get fired, bro? Even when I go to work, bro, my job's not even that serious, but I'm not doing nothing in my company shirt, bro. That's rule number 1. That's like, come on, bro. So I feel no sympathy for dude. He 100% should have been fired, bro. It's weird. I wouldn't be surprised if this not the end of it. If I'm a parent, if I'm a dad, I gotta go talk to him, bro. You're pulling my daughter out of school. Kids these days, bro, are struggling in school, bro. You know how many people can't read? You know how many kids can't read, bro? I'm not saying that's any of the girls in the video, but, bro, don't take my daughter out of class, bro. I didn't bring my daughter to school so she could come take your hair down, bro. You're a grown-ass man, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I saw another video of a girl painting his nails. Like, bro, what's up with, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, tripping. NBA playoffs is underway. We made it to the second round. And a few series I want to talk about from the first round. Obviously, the Lakers. They lost in 5. One of the closest 5-game series I've ever seen. I think the Lakers led for like 85% of the series. To lose in 5 games with that is crazy. I hope to see them blow the team up. They already fired Darvin Ham. They fired the entire coaching staff. I don't think I've ever seen the entire coaching staff get wiped. But it's good, though. I don't think firing Darvin Ham was enough. I think Darvin Ham should serve jail time for what he did in L.A., for what he put LeBron through, for what he put Lakers fans through. He has to serve at least an 8-year sentence. Another series I wanted to talk about, the Suns got swept by Minnesota. Minnesota's my pick to win it all. They're up 2-1 against the Nuggets right now. I don't see the Nuggets winning the series, and I don't see nobody beating the Timberwolves after that. You got a superstar in Anthony Edwards. And a lot of people are comparing Anthony Edwards to Michael Jordan. He's better. He's better. Obviously not career-wise. Obviously, I'm not putting Anthony Edwards over Michael Jordan all time right now. But I'm saying skill-wise, defensively, give me Ant-Man. If I'm starting a team day one, Ant-Man over Jordan. I know that's a hot take, but y'all will see soon enough. But yeah, they swept the Suns. This is Kevin Durant's second time constructing his team. It didn't work in Brooklyn. It didn't work in Phoenix. He keeps trying to make these like 3 ISO build lineups, and teams like that just aren't built for the playoffs. You got 3 ISO guys and a mid head coach. That's how they do it. They just hired Budenholzer, and they paid him something crazy, 50 M's or something like that. He's not even that good of a coach, bro. I know he was a Hawks coach. He got spared that Bucks title run with Giannis. Nobody was stopping that team after they beat the Hawks. Would they beat the Suns actually? Kyrie and the Mavs got past Paul George and them. And I'm super sad, bro. I think it's official that Harden will never win a ring. It's just getting older. The time's going by. Unless he super duper ring chases in the next few years, like there's nothing that can be done, man. It sucks. That's one of my favorite players of all time. And one of my least favorite players of all time in the Heat got swept. Jimmy Butler wasn't playing. They didn't get swept. They lost in 5. And Jimmy Butler came out talking about if I was playing, we would have won. We would have beat Boston and we would have beat the Knicks. Shut up, Jimmy Butler, bro. Nobody's trying to hear that shit, bro. This shit is so corny that if this. A wise man once said, if I had wheels, I'd be a wagon. That if shit doesn't mean nothing, bro. I hate seeing that shit. We're not hearing that. What has Jimmy Butler done to where that even gets any momentum? I hate how much coverage Jimmy Butler gets. And I know that's kind of crazy for me to say as I'm sitting here talking about Jimmy Butler, but he's so boosted. He's such a... forget it, bro. Fuck Jimmy Butler. Fuck the Heat. I'm happy they lost. Jimmy Butler, you're never winning a ring. So keeping the NBA, man, over this past week, Big Baby Glenn Davis was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison for scamming the NBA and the NBA PA. The NBA PA is the NBA Players Association. It's kind of like the union for NBA players. Big Baby Glenn Davis, what they would do is, I think it was him and 20 other players. I think the ringleader was Terrence Williams, I think his name is. So what they would do is they had a fake chiropractor's office and a fake dental office set up. They would go in. They wouldn't go in, but they'd claim that they went and got dental work done or chiropractor work done, and they'd take the invoice, send it to Terrence. Terrence would then send it to the insurance, and the insurance would partially refund them for the service. I think they made they sent in over $5 million worth of claims and received back like 2.5, which then they would break off Terrence with. Terrence actually got sentenced to 10 years in prison. He also threatened a witness through text messages, which helped run those years up. But Big Baby Glenn Davis, I think they said he sent in like $132,000 worth of work. But they were getting sloppy. Big Baby Glenn Davis said he got some work done in Beverly Hills, and on the same day they pinged his phone to Vegas or something like that, so he wasn't even in the area. So that was one of the ways he got caught up. Tony Allen claimed that he got 6 crowns done on the same tooth on the same day, which is impossible. So they got sloppy. They started moving, but they all started moving sloppy. I know y'all probably saw the video of Big Baby Glenn Davis sitting on that little ass plane, head touching the roof, eating Popeyes, talking shit with the money briefcase. I don't know who he thought was gonna believe that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sitting up there acting like he's a rapper, making it hot for himself. There's a video of him outside the courtroom, like trying to talk himself up about going to prison and stuff like that, like trying to make himself feel better. He's done. But what I'm confusing, the part that I don't understand is these guys play some good years in the NBA. I don't know how long Big Baby was in the league, but Tony Allen was in the league for a long time, bro. They made some good money. It's like all the effort they put into this, bro. They could have easily started any business venture. They could have invested in anything. Like, they could have did anything to double that money, triple that money. Scamming the NBA feels like such a reach. Like, you had way easier avenues to go through. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why'd you pick the hardest shit to do? But anyways, it's grad season around the country. Congratulations to all the graduates. I'm proud of y'all. Even if I don't know you, I'm proud of you. But it hasn't been a happy season for everybody. Howard University's nursing graduation got cut short. They claimed that the fire department came and shut them down, which also turned out not to be true. Instead of handing out grad tickets to families like every single college, high school, anywhere it does for graduation, they let it be first come, first serve. It was already overpacked, which you would assume. And somebody had a medical emergency, so the fire department showed up. And somebody from Howard University, I don't know what role she had in the university, she went up on stage and she tried to blame it on the students and their families and saying that the fire department came to shut them down, which the fire department in returned and said, no, we didn't. We just came for the medical emergency. So a lot of people didn't get to walk, which sucks because the 2024 class, a lot of them graduated in 2020, and they didn't get to walk in 2020 in high school as well. People were crying. I felt really bad for them. I never felt bad for the class of 2020. They always bring up they didn't walk for high school, you know what I'm saying? Because in my opinion, class of 2021 had it way worse. But to not have your graduation twice, it sucks, you know what I'm saying? Like, people look forward to that all 4 years, to walk that stage, to take pictures with their family, you know what I'm saying? It just sucks that Howard did their students like that. But Howard isn't the only school to have a weird graduation. Somebody literally died at the Ohio State graduation. Apparently they fell from the top of the stadium. I don't know if they fell. I don't know if they were pushed. I don't know if they did it on purpose. But yeah, somebody died right outside the stadium during graduation. RIP to them. Prayers to their family. But they also had their commencement speech with some weird crypto nigga. He was just up there yapping, really talking about nothing. And the commencement speech person is supposed to be somebody that's really decorated, that's really accomplished. And it seems like they picked some random dude. Apparently the person that picks the commencement speech speaker for Ohio State, apparently he's invested in that dude's company or something like that. So he basically got him up there to promote their crypto mining company, which is real selfish. A lot of Ohio State students feel like they robbed him of their graduation. You feel me? Like, they feel like he single-handedly ruined their graduation, which is valid. It's fair. So the commencement speech is supposed to go up there and give a real nice motivational speech or something like that. And that's not what happened. Thomas University had a weird-ass graduation. Listen to how this lady is butchering these people's names.
Efuni Batista Santos. Jessica Lynn Boer. Sayer Uvun Jinju Brinon. Tamulme Thomas.
How are you announcing the graduating class at Thomas University and you can't say Thomas? My favorite part of the video is like seeing all the graduates like look at her like this, like, and confused, like, nigga, is she talking about me when she calls her name? I think she ended up getting subbed out halfway through because she just kept butchering people's names. But I think it's not fair to the people that walked in front. They should go to the back of the line and hear their names called for real again. Like, my nigga Thomas had to call out his own name because she butchered it. Like, I'd be pissed. But all right, y'all, that's a wrap for episode 2. I appreciate y'all tapping in again as well. We're getting bigger. Channel's getting bigger. We're growing. I have my first guest on here soon. We're going to dive into a lot of stuff. I appreciate y'all taking this ride with me. One love. Be safe. Have like the most mid record since that date. I don't remember the exact numbers, but we fucking suck, bro. Every year it's the same thing, bro. We play good enough to be decent, you feel me? And we don't make no moves in the off season. We don't get that.